Parenting has its challenges and rewards. Parenting a child who has autism, ADHD, other diagnoses that makes life challenging for them, learning challenges or social, emotional challenges. When our kids have these difficulties and these challenges, it makes our parenting role even more challenging. And often I find that stress is something that in our society we're not talking about, we're not addressing on many levels. As a therapist, occupational therapist, working with kids for over 20 years, I've always honed in on the stress component because I understand when my kids are stressed, when the kids I worked with are stressed, their ability to learn is compromised. Their ability to have emotional regulation in the times that are needed is definitely compromised. And these kids who are highly sensitive, they are stressed more often than not because their nervous system is overwhelmed with all the input around them because of their sensitivities. And one of my goals through my journey as an occupational therapist, working in the pediatric realm, both in schools and homes, has been to help these kids to stress less, to regulate better in school, outside of school. But there's another piece with parents that is not being talked about. And what I have found is that our stress, parent stress, all the implications of our stress have on our kids. Because I am one of those parents and I went through that journey of being extremely stressed. I was resilient because I pushed forward and I showed up and I felt like I did the best I could, but it was compromising my own health, my mental health, my emotional health, and my physical health, because I wasn't doing the things that I needed to do to be able to show up for my kids in the way they needed me. And when I started that journey of switching that parenting paradigm to realize, okay, I need to start learning these things. I need to start doing these things to have that self-awareness, to have that healthy mindset, to have the energy that I need to be there for my kids in the way I wanted to be. When I took that journey and learned these tools, it made a huge shift in our family with my health, with my kids' health. I mean, we still have our challenges. It's life, but it's a very different life now than it was before this journey. So what I did is this year, because I felt like this year needed to be the year that we started to make that shift to stress less so we can show up with more joy, more love for our kids. If that sounds like something that resonates with you, if you are a parent and you are like, you know what, I'm not showing up in the way I want to with my kids. I may be saying things that I later regret because that's what we do as parents, because we all have those moments. But if you want to make those moments fewer, if you want to join the movement to start to mindfully let go of some of the stresses and approach situations differently so they are less impactful to our nervous system. So we're stressing less. So then we can model to our kids how to stress less. So we can show them the tools to stress less. We can co-regulate in a way that when they're having these difficult moments, we're able to hold the space for them without feeling overwhelmed ourselves. I know that's a tall feat, but with working on it, it can be done. If you want to join the movement, I would love to have you. You can join at different levels. You can just watch this free. I did a challenge earlier this year. You can just watch the webinar, take some of those key tools and use them throughout the year, or you can go deeper and join a community of us that are doing these changes together and growing together and supporting one another as we are actively making that shift to stress less and love more as a parent. So if you want to join us, please go ahead, click the link below, start the video, start these tools now. I would love to see you because you deserve it. Our kids deserve it. We deserve a different world where we're not surviving, but we're thriving as parents. And we're being resilient, not at the compromise of our own health and well-being. So if this sounds like something you would like to do, please click the link below, join us. I would love to have you along. Thanks.